The reason that I named it the Daedalus, there's a deep story back there, and it's really the story of Minos and the Minotaur, the Labyrinth and the Minotaur. Joseph Campbell did a really good analysis on the story, and what Campbell does is he explores the reason that these stories are so sticky, the reason they stay in our psyche, and they last through time, and so Minos was the king of Crete, and he was given a sacred white bull from Poseidon. But there was an expectation he was going to sacrifice that bull publicly to find favor with Poseidon for his people. But instead, in that moment, he succumbed to temptation and switched one of his own white bulls for the sacrifice and kept that sacred white bull for himself. So Poseidon, in revenge, gave his wife Pasiphae an insatiable lust for this bull. And so she talked Daedalus into making a cow effigy that she could crawl into and seduce the bull. Bada bing, bada boom. She becomes pregnant, and out comes the Minotaur, which is part Minos, part Taurus. And so Campbell's analysis of this is that Minos was not acting as a citizen. He was acting as a king. And when he switched the bulls, he was abusing his public office. And the Minotaur was the evidence of that public office, and that evidence was hidden in a labyrinth. And so Daedalus was called again to make this labyrinth around the Minotaur. And the Minotaur was fed by taking tributes from out of the kingdom to feed to the Minotaur. So what the abuse of public office and the hiding of that evidence, like the way that manifests in our modern world, is that labyrinth is the bureaucracy. And the abuse of public office is hidden within the walls of that bureaucracy, and we are essentially robbed at gunpoint to subsist that labyrinth. And the way to navigate that labyrinth, as Theseus did, was Daedalus provided him with the skein of thread, and the thread was attached to the entrance of the labyrinth so that he could navigate the labyrinth based on where he had been before. And so the way to navigate that labyrinth to address the abuse of public office and the evidence of it is to be in connection with where you have been before. That's being in connection with your past. It's the antithesis of being naive. I don't fall for 3-card money because I've been here before. I know what the trick is. And that's the reason that Mao Zedong wanted to kill the 4 olds and cut things off, and why Pol Pot wanted to start at year 0, and why Kamala Harris says what could be unburdened by what has been. It's an attempt to sever our connection to our past that informs us what kind of fuckery lays ahead of us if we don't have a wits about us.